Hello and welcome. Name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay. I make videos about that. This is What Sold Video. All right. Stop the music. Hopefully, oh yeah. So 260 for 8. There's 8 of them going out. I think 1 international. Yeah. And I want to kind of start. So yeah, granted, I had just started micro scrapping a handful of months ago, 3 months ago or so, scrapping and micro scrapping and stuff. And I had came across a channel called Scrapping Irish in regards to like gold extraction from boards, and this was maybe a week ago. A couple days ago, I'm watching a video from James, the Scrap It All channel, and at the end, now I'm listening. I'm not watching it at this point. I'm listening, and at the end, he says that one of the members of the scrapping community has passed, Scrapping Irish, and then so it's a community I just got into, and it's didn't affect me as it has others, but it's just like it is sad. So I will link the post. If any of you guys are scrappers or anything along those lines, don't feel compelled to have to, but I will link the post in the description if you want to send words to his brother who has taken over his channel for the intent to keep the channel going. That's something that I won't bring stuff like that up often, on this channel, because that's not what it's about, those kinds of news and bits and pieces of story. So let's get to the first one. So this is a CD just listed a couple days ago. Sold yesterday. It's going across the pond for $28. Wherever I was a couple days ago, where'd I go? I don't remember. I have to look at my calendar to refer to. So I believe there's 2 books. Yes, 2 books and a cassette. And 2 cassettes. I'll be back. I'll be back. That's the first one we have here. This is Pyramid, Land of Giants. And so it's not really a massive selling book, but it is a franchise. It was a movie. And it may even been a little more, a couple other things from back in that time, 1960s. But $10. I don't remember where I got it. It may have been at that business estate sale or one of the other ones. And then the Keene estate sales, he has another estate sale coming up in south of Parma. What's it called? Middleburg Heights. And then if anyone listening has craft-made cabinets or cupboards, craft-made, their headquarters is in Middlefield, this way. Middleburg is that way. But Middleburg, what is right there? Baldwin Wallace College is right there. So I'll be headed to that one, and there's a lot of books. From the video he showed, there's a lot of books. So I go there on the last day. I'm not pressed about going somewhere. It's like, oh man, you can miss a $100 book, but you're going to pay. I forget what they charge for. I think it's like $8 a hardcover off the rip, and then it goes down every day. The prices go down every day. They're not like a store where they can leave something up for $8 for a month. Right? They're trying to flush stuff out in a handful of days. But yeah, there's quite a few there, so I'll have to get there early and spend most of the time there. But I like to go the last day because that's where you're gonna, and there could be things that you're not going to sell really, or you might, or you may not really think about. That's just going to catch your eye. You're like, oh, I'll whichever XYZ thing is. So let me go ahead and get this game C44. And usually PlayStation and those type of video game spines are pretty easy to ID. But here we have the Mortal Kombat trilogy. 31. So it is one that I had to resurface, and you may still be able to kind of see like some resurfaced pad swirls on it. Maybe a little. Like over here where my thumb is in the middle. There's some on it. But it's pretty beefed when I got it. And it's clean. I mean, I could see plenty of micro swirls on it. But to that degree, it will work. So $31. Speaking of, how many do I have? I know, yeah, the stack is well past the height of the machine. I might just go live and do that and get that stack redone. And then I have a whole box. Oh, yeah. Just refer to the live. I went live the other day for a couple of hours going through and the whole story on a place that I went the other day and got a whole bunch of stuff. It was $135. A quarter of it, of what I got, is just bunk trash. There was no cell reception, so I was just picking up off of eyeball. My new background, my new little decoration I made. A couple of these are this one, and I think that one are courtesy, and then a bunch of other sealed type 2s and sealed type 1s and other tapes and some 8-tracks, a bunch of books and a handful of CDs like that. Those ones are worthwhile, but this is my new kind of background design. Just some sealed tapes, some XL, some ferrite metal ones, another ferrite, but this is a type 1 ferrite, and a bunch of type 2s, type 1. And I picked these ones as opposed to the other ones that were made in like the 90s and stuff. Those are just too kind of plain. I like the older style, older design. It was more, wow, there's more to it. But I have a whole box of books that's also got to get gotten through. But I prefer to have the work done and I can have the final product. It's processing to have the final product ready for pictures. That's the part I try to get to sooner. So, yeah, I'll go live and do the resurfacing. And it's Isaac's right here, Gregor Isaac's, yeah. It's right here, $15. I was listening to a reggae channel on YouTube. A little, I don't remember the name of it, but it was reggae music, like actual artists is going over. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I don't remember, but I listened to the whole thing, and then wife and I were listening to that Picking On series, and I'll link. Well, that was in yesterday's video. I'll link it again for the channel itself. Holy wow, they've got like 1,000 videos of they do bluegrass renditions of Nirvana, Aha. From Take Me On, Aha. And yes, the guy singing that version, the bluegrass version, can hit those notes and take me on. Take me on, take on. I'm not going to bother, right? Because I can't hit many notes. But yeah, there's all Metallica, Nirvana. We played a handful. Obviously, the Eagles. What was there was one American Pie, Don McLean, American Pie, 1,000 videos of bluegrass of all kinds. Taylor Swift, they did a bunch on Taylor Swift, of all kinds of stuff. Just real interesting. So I'll link that down and just type in. I mean, what was some weird? They had Tears for Fears, some Cars, They have an 80s list and a 90s list and a rocks list. Rock. When I type in Alphaville, they didn't have Alphaville. I forget the name of the other one. The other one that always sticks in my head is When You Make It Big in Japan. Big in Japan. So, but this cassette is $14. Another different reggae one. Two different buyers. And these ones I got from that business estate sale that was down the road. And then when I was listening to his video, he says he's going to have another one right down the road from here in like a month or something. Or maybe this month. I don't know. I pay attention to the ones he has the address for. Here's an interesting one. Moody Pretz, The Water is Above. Okay, so I've sold these with dust jacket before, which are anywhere to 80 to $100. This is non-dust jacket, and I got 64. So I've sold it before is the reason why I knew to grab that. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, this is probably the third, maybe fourth. I don't see them often, but dust jacket, it's 80 to $100. No dust jacket, this one's 64. Put those, that little talkative morning, I suppose. Quite a few things to go over. A workout VHS. Denise Austin. That's not it. That's another workout one. That's Kathy Smith. There it is. Actually, it wasn't that one, the one I picked. The other one. But it's another Denise Austin. This is the one that sold. A lot of that 80s workout stuff. Kathy Smith, Denise Austin, Jane Fonda, Leslie Sansone, Cindy Crawford did some. I remember all of them. And then there were the ones with the guys. Who was it? Richard Simmons. Tony Little. Can't think of the guy's name. I could see him. Jake, Power by Jake. I must say Lou Ferrigno, but not him. So, anyhow, I would say another less than good majority of workout VHS have a resale value. So a lot of them have barcodes. Scan them. If you get ambiguous results, hand type. But the old kid, so I'll go with like kid stuff, VHS, instructional stuff, very, very specific biography stuff or nonfiction stuff. But this is $14. When my kitties went over here, getting ready to lay down on the blacktop, the sun is just starting to get right there. And then the last one, C30. C30. This is Vico C. This one's been, I've had this one for a little while. Not Vic Damoni. Vico C. Oh, I was right there. Vico C. Hispanic Soul. $50. 1991. Puerto Rico. Made in Canada. And I know I've had it for a while. See if I can. May of 2025. Not that long. But that's still almost a year. But what did I pay? 50 cents? $1? Wait almost a year for $50 CD? After a while, that all adds up. Because then you're going to end up with a bunch of CDs that are $50, $60 that I haven't sold yet. And then they will. And then you keep adding that stuff that'll sell fairly quick, stuff that'll sell in a month or two, then the stuff that'll sell 3 to 6 months, and then 6 to 12 months, and then maybe a little more than a year, and then you keep adding stuff, and then that just keeps, it's what they used to call in the pipeline. It's basically sales in the pipeline. So that's $259, or 227 purchase price for those 8. So a tad over $31 then. $31 average, free shipping. It's all right. So when I get done with this, I'll prop everything up and I will get to the resurfacing. So if you want to join me in that, I'll probably be live before you even hear this. All right, so that's going to wrap this one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. The workout VHS. If you're not much of a media seller and you have zero passion for VHS, if you see workout VHS, I'm just going to stick with that. There's obviously other categories. There's horror, there's instructional, there's children's, and so on and so forth. But if you just look at workout VHS, and it could be because that's the only media form that this specific video is on. It may never be streaming. It may not be on DVD. It's only on VHS. That's why things like that still sell. Tell me anything you're going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It was all free. It helped me, help you, so we can help other people learn how to sell physical media on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.